guys, and welcome to my channel if you haven't been here before, and if you have, welcome back. So I'm just pretty much going to put this video out to realign my content. So a lot of it will be health and fitness because this is clearly my passion, and I think, you know, I'd love to be able to help people in their journey and give everyone sort of, you know, share some of the knowledge that I've gained along the way of my journey. And throughout the years I've always been very active and outgoing and loved kind of nutrition and understanding wholesome foods and understanding just health in general. So I think there's kind of two categories that people fall under. There's the beginners who don't really know where to start, and it kind of, you know, you see all these things on Instagram and you see photos and you see, you know, products that are going to change your life and things like that. And then you often have the people who've just lost track, people who have kind of fallen out of fitness because, you know, life gets busy and things get hard, and that's totally cool. It's very common. So, and I was the same. I was the exact same. I left a routine and then I fell out of it, and it just sometimes takes a bit of external help. I had a lot of role models that I was following on Instagram and YouTube that kind of gave me that motivation and that sort of prompt to get back into it and experience it personally for myself rather than just doing what they did. And I think that's what I'm trying to get across to people, you know, is those people who have fallen out of it, they would understand that they have their own routines and they do the things their certain ways, and then that for beginners should be sort of like a set point, is you have to figure it out for yourself. And it may sound harsh, but you know, you have to start off going, okay, it is my own journey, so I have to find exercises that I like. Okay, if I like high intensity, if I like outdoors stuff, if I like swimming, if I like boxing, you know, you have to do things that you enjoy, because that in itself is what makes your lifestyle sustainable. And then another thing for beginners is they often fall short with diet and, sorry, not diet as such, but more nutrition. So, you know, you need to find a style of eating and a style of food routine that you can sustain as well. So there's a lot of, you know, there's keto, there's paleo, there's vegan, vegetarian, there's fasting, there's this, that. There's so many different things that you can do, but until you've kind of experienced it and made that step forward to know what you enjoy, it's more so about what you enjoy rather than what, you know, makes the best results. Because at the end of the day, you can have great results, but it may only be for one day because you hated it and you would never do it again. You know, so these are the sort of tips and that I want to get across, that these are like long-term choices and ways of living that are personalized to you, because you can be the only judge of how you feel and how you look and the processes and the goals that you make. So firstly, you want to be able to find, like I said, exercises that suit you. So if you do things and you hate them, you're not going to go back and do it again, so therefore it's not going to be long term and you're not going to see results. Second, you're going to want to find a food sort of routine that you enjoy, that suits you. There's so many different ones out there. Obviously, you know, you can do calorie counting and things like that, but at the end of the day, if you don't find that sustainable for yourself, then it's not going to work. So you just have to kind of think about it for yourself. But also it's really good to have like support, and that's what I'm trying to do. I think I'm trying to be that sort of support, because I know that when I was going through this, it was the exact same thing. I needed that external support. I just needed that prompt and that sort of guidance. And then thirdly, I would look at setting goals. So you want to be able to have some short-term goals that you can see in the not so distant future, and then you want to have some long-term goals. So whether you want to feel better, you want to look better, or you want to have more muscle or less muscle, you know, you have to think about what you're trying to achieve. A lot of the time it's really hard because of how people represent themselves as healthy. They often don't feel healthy, and you have to really think about at the end of the day, health and well-being and fitness, they all kind of go hand in hand together. So I think a lot of it is mental as well. You have to be happy in what you're doing as well. I've gone up and down with those things, and that's kind of taken me a while to figure out what I enjoy and how I, am the best in what situation. So how I exercise the best with also being the most happiest. So it's all about personal growth as well. You have to be able to understand that, this is a big journey and it's very personal, and you have to kind of knuckle down and really be prepared to have the good times and really enjoy the process and the steps. But you also have to be prepared to kind of make critical choices, and you don't want to be too disciplined on yourself, because it can often scare you a bit away from sticking to it. But yeah, that's kind of just my idea on it all, and I really just wanted to put another video out because I wanted to get across to people that, there's so many different avenues and there's so many different methods, and it's often such a personal thing that you can't really prescribe. You can't tell people a certain thing, because if they don't understand it or if they don't want to do it, then they're not necessarily going to. So I think I'm just kind of very passionate about helping others and being kind of that informative kind of background noise to help people stay motivated, keep on track, keep your goals, have a checklist. I work so well with a checklist. I love writing things down. I'm not much of a typer. I'm much more of a hands-on writing person. So I will often write lists just for my daily activities and just tick them off like as if I'm at primary school. So it's really just about, knowing what you're trying to achieve and keeping track of it and enjoying the journey. It's very personal, and you just grow so much from it. And I think it's definitely something that people should stay in tune with. But yeah, I'm going to be posting a bit more about nutrition and health and certain ways of exercising, so that you guys can go, okay, cool, so from this video, this is what I want to achieve, this is what I'm thinking of doing, okay, I'm going to go out and research, I'm going to figure out ways to do this, I'm going to figure out ways to do that, and then that's kind of your way of going, ticking off those little boxes in there with your goals next to them. So I hope this video helped anyone out there who's kind of stuck going, I don't know where to start, I don't know what to do for my health and fitness. 3 steps: looking at exercises you like, ways of being active outdoors that you enjoy, your food routine, so you want to look at going grocery shopping, just getting a whole bunch of fresh stuff, and then thirdly, you want to set some goals. And just kind of also with the goals, looking at ways that you can expand your knowledge of your internal health and your external health. So doing a bit of personal research there as well to see things that you are interested in or things that you just want information on, just to get those answers so that you can apply them to your life and make some better choices to feel better and to look better. But yeah, thanks everyone for listening and watching. I actually feel really great being back on here, especially talking about something that I'm so passionate about. But yeah, I hope to see you all very soon, and thanks for watching.